Really? And I was after I put this up here, I thought about I don't know if you guys watch Parks and Rec, but the character Chris Traeger, they're actually at a holiday party, and he has full fat eggnog, and he's like, I don't know if you know this, but things with fat in them taste way better. And he's like, yeah, man, like everybody knows that. And then they just do, right? But the problem here is that it's not just the sugar, but it's most of the sugar. And just so you understand, I think knowledge really is power. So understanding what's happening to you when you consume your cookies, your pies, everything like that, and it's kind of an overload to your system. Like first of all, you have the glucose spike, so insulin spikes, which oftentimes your body releases actually too much insulin, so then it takes too much sugar out of your bloodstream, and that's where the crash happens. Inflammation, so you got cytokines and cortisol. They're both basically, they're technically good things that your body is trying to do for you because your body senses a stress response. So it's releasing those, and you get inflammation because cytokines are basically an inflammatory that if you injured yourself, they would go there, and that's why you swell. But your body's just trying to protect yourself because it doesn't know what the hell is going on. So those things get released with too much sugar, mostly in relation to the gut disruption that happens. So do you guys know about like prebiotics, probiotics? A little bit? A little bit. Anybody want to tell me the difference?
Not that confident.
Okay.
I know when I buy things, I try to buy them, but I have no idea.
That's okay. Cool. Well, hopefully this is partially why we're doing this. So prebiotics. The easiest way to think of it is prebiotics are the food for probiotics. So probiotics are your good bacteria in your gut. It's the lactobacillus that you'll see on the labels of any probiotic. Like that's one of those. In order for those to flourish, you have to give it fiber. So that's why I was saying eating fiber before your sugar can really help because you've basically then given those good bacteria fuel. Sugar feeds bad bacteria. And what happens when we dump all that sugar in, that explodes. Like that's why like your gut biome and why you feel bloated or can feel bloated and just kind of discomfort, sluggish, like joint discomfort, all those things. A lot of it has to do with the fact that you've basically just increased the population of the bad bacteria in your gut. So prebiotics are fiber. You can get them in supplements, but cruciferous vegetables, onions, leeks, what else? Kale to a degree, it's like actually not as, it's good, it's just not as good as some of those other ones. Apples, berries, things like that are all gonna help feed that good bacteria in your gut. And also taking a probiotic, then you're just giving your gut more healthy bacteria. And then obviously those things also relate to poor sleep. And I don't know about you guys, but like, that is one of those things like in the past when I'd go home and like have 30 cookies and yeah, you just like, you wake up, you have a headache, you're like, what did I do? Like, I don't even understand what, it's that. And probably family, but it's mostly 50-50. The other reason you guys, people will feel crappy is if you are not used to eating a ton of butter, a ton of dairy, a ton of carbs, especially like really simple kind of uncomplex white bread, white starches, your body's just not used to it. And the analogy I use is like fitness. Like when you train yourself, your body will adapt to that training, which is why we try to like mix things up so your body doesn't just get so conditioned to one thing. In this case, it's good to condition your body to healthy food. But that is a big time reason why you start to feel kind of bad during that. And then if you've ever had, like for me, like I don't do a lot of dairy, but there's just dairy kind of in every holiday thing for the most part. Again, things with fat and dairy in them taste better. Like I've tried the oat milk eggnog. It's not good. It's really bad. So, but what happens is it basically makes you feel like you have a food allergy. So you're like your mucus increases. That's where the joint stiffness comes. A lot of times you get chest congestion, headaches, brain fog, just poor energy, poor mood. Like genuinely everything kind of gets tied back to what you're putting in your body that you're just not used to doing.